I feel like most of Brook's abilities don't actually come from his devil fruit. Take Miss Golden Week and Django, for example. They can manipulate people's emotions and what they do by hypnotism, and Miss Golden Week can do it by art, which is kind of the same thing Brook does with his music. The only real difference is how they do it. And my second support for this is the fact that only artists have been shown to have this ability to manipulate people like this. Brook is a musician, Django is a dancer, and Miss Golden Week is a painter. They're all artists. And another support that I have for it is the fact that in common culture, art is mainly said to have come from the soul or the heart. It's basically something that can be eternalized. So I actually don't believe Brook's soul manipulation comes primarily from his devil fruit. I remember the first time I saw Brook's ability to remove his soul out of his body willingly. I thought it was a pretty good feature for Brook to have. But then I got to thinking, at Dresser Wars Arc, we also seen someone who can do that. You might be thinking, well, Kit, you're crazy. There's nobody else in One Piece who has the ability to change where their soul is going willingly. Well, if you remember Lao Ji, he actually had this ability. Lao Ji employed a meditation type practice known as Qigong. Now in Qigong, it's a bit like Tai Chi where it helps you build your spirit. It only makes sense that he's able to, strengthen his spirit to the point where he can willingly pull it back into his body. And I know I'm being a bit frugal on the definition of Qigong, but you can research it for yourself. I'll leave a link. So even right there, we have 3 examples of other One Piece characters who have the exact same abilities Brook use and employ, which leads me to believe that most of his powers don't actually come from his devil fruit, but from an unknown aspect that One Piece hasn't really got into yet. And I actually don't see any problems with this being a possibility. I mean, it leaves Brook with more options to do. He can build upon this ability, this secondary soul manipulation ability outside of his devil fruit, and then build on his devil fruit ability and somehow combine them two to make them even more powerful, because they seem like they go hand in hand, to be honest. So it leaves so much possibility open in the One Piece world. There's a possibility that this can all be a counter to Haki. Musicians probably have a Haki type that only they use to counter the effectiveness of their opponent's Haki, because they're able to disrupt their spirit through their art. Well, feel free to disagree if you want. That's perfectly fine. You are entitled to your own opinions. That's a-okay. Anyways, thanks for watching and peace.